Biafra, raffle BFR, raffle jingle. My people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpanjoku, na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show. No be lie, the good guy, Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government, in exile, went there for Obodo Yibo, Finland. With him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up, he go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you and your pikin them. I dey tell you, he can still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. A first prize $5,000, third prize $2,000. BFR, no sit down, no sit down. Look, na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra, where you they cry for sins. You go also win too.
A referendum is a right to you.
Bergi USA is welcoming our Obataobi, His Excellency Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ikpa, to United States USA for a town hall meeting, and Bergi, Texas will be presenting the Kola Nut, Iwa Oji. Therefore we are inviting wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafrans, well-wishers and all lovers of freedom to this great event.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing program. Wherever you are joining me from, I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. Please like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you so that they can be part of this very platform and be able to send information across. Fellow Biafrans and people of the world, viewers across the world, in this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here for saga or to attack any individual. What we do in this platform is to send information across to the world on the true situation of things in Biafra land and in the contraption called Nigeria. There are so many things that are not being taken note of. There are so many things that are happening that are being told in a different form. In this platform, we bring those information to your doorstep and tell you exactly how things are. There are certain videos that you might not be able to come across on the media. Some videos that are hidden from the eyes of the people, we bring them out and share it through the social media so that the world will be aware of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. I welcome every one of you, and I'm going to share a very important information as we speak. I want you to watch this video from the beginning to end. You will understand what we are talking about. So many things that you can't see online. You are going to see it here. So, listen to this very video from the beginning to end. I bet you're going to enjoy it. Let us watch it together and see what the video has to say.
Kano appeared in court. He categorically stated that no court in Nigeria can try him.
Of course.
Under what premise was he making that pronouncement?
Because the particular evidence which they have brought against Nnamdi Kanu about jurisdiction has been nullified. That was why they withdrew it in their charge. Because for you to say that this, where did he commit this offense? That is very important in this type of trial. You cannot say that somebody stole. Where did you steal this property? It's a criminal charge. I hope you know. You cannot say that. Where did you commit this offense? It is very important. If you cannot identify where the offense was committed, then what are you doing? What are you trying? That is the problem here. The federal government know that no matter how they detain Nnamdi Kanu, they cannot wriggle out of that. And they do not come and say, okay, Nnamdi Kanu, go home, just like they did for Shawore. They can't do that. After they have messed up everything, they are afraid that Nnamdi Kanu may institute a case against them for renditioning him from Kenya. Are you getting it now? These are the quagmire the federal government are in now. And that is why they are finding it difficult to even look. All this thing about Nnamdi Kanu is looking for a judge or not that, my dear, it is not necessary.
Now, before I allow you to go on to watch that video, you have to understand that this government of yours does not have your interest at heart. This government of yours does not want you to succeed in life. This government of yours wants you to continue to remain down all the days of your life. Reason they send their children overseas, give them all their monies that they stole from you. Reason they are building refinery everywhere in the world while their children control it while you are here suffering, looking for money to buy common garri to drink. So do not think that Nnamdi Kanu is your problem. He is never your problem. He will never be your problem. Your problem is those you voted inside because of your tribalism. Your problem is those who rig themselves into office as your leaders today. Your problem is those who believe so much in terrorism than the people whom they are ruling. Your problem is those who are busy arresting innocent freedom fighters and innocent journalists and innocent protesters, killing them in cold blood. Why? The terrorists are busy moving around with AK-47. Their problem is those who massacred the innocent protesters in Lake Kitogate. And your president today was part of them. That is your problem. No matter where you're coming from, your freedom is sacrosanct. Do not use your own to destroy another person's own. Nnamdi Kanu want freedom of Biafrans. This is because he has their interests at heart. You can also search for your own freedom. As a human being, you deserve it. That is your right. Do not use your own to spoil another person's own. Don't use your reggae to spoil my own reggae. Nnamdi Kanu is a leader that people should ignite and respect. It's not your problem. Buhari was, Tinubu is, and that is the truth. You may go ahead and watch the video to the end.
The judge at the Federal High Court, Justice John Tosho, has reportedly declined Justice Binta Inyako's request to step down from presiding over the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Justice Tosho has instructed that the case be returned to Justice Binta Inyako, deeming her the best fit to continue overseeing the proceedings. Now, a reliable source who chose to remain anonymous informed Daily Post, an online news platform, about the decision today, revealing several reasons behind the Chief Judge's choice. According to this source, Justice Tosho's refusal to reassign the case was based on key considerations. One, that two other judges were previously recused from the case, that the case has lingered for too long from 2015. Number three, that the case has blended most with Justice Binta, thus making her the most suited or best placed judge to handle and conclude the case. However, the Chief Judge has also directed that if at the next hearing of the case, Nnamdi Kanu still insists on recusing Binta Inyako, he must file a written motion with an affidavit stating all the grounds for requesting the recusal. You'll recall that Justice Inyako recently withdrew herself from the case after Kanu openly expressed doubts regarding her ability to impartially handle his trial, citing a lack of confidence in her judgment. You're currently listening to The World News at 12 on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. And of course, it's time for a news analysis segment. And I have right here in the studio Barrister Darlington Agumor, who is a political, national and social affairs commentator. Barrister Darlington, good afternoon and welcome to The World News at 12.
Good afternoon, Estam. How are you?
I am fine. Let's start off with this particular controversial case. You know that the news today has been riddled with all court cases. Apparently, most of the cases were held simultaneously earlier today because we've been hearing the rulings from all the court judgments. Now, let's look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. The Chief Judge at the Federal High Court, Justice John Tosho, has reportedly declined Binta Inyako's, recusal from his case. Now, he gave three valid reasons as to why he is reassigning Justice Inyako back to Nnamdi Kanu's case. He said that two other judges, have been previously recused from the case. That is, the first two judges who were handling Nnamdi Kanu's case, they've recused themselves. And that the case has lingered for too long, meaning that the case has been in court since 2015. and that the case mostly pended with Justice Binta Nyako, meaning that for the longest time she's been the one handling the case, so she understands the case better than any other judge who may have to come in, because if a judge comes in now, the judge may want to start afresh and they will start postponing and assigning new dates. Now the judge now said that if Justice Binta Nyako comes back to the case and Nnamdi Kanu still deems her unfit or deems her biased in continuing with the case, he needs to sign an affidavit on the grounds of requesting that recusal. What do you think this means? What's going to happen now?
Thank you, Esther. It is the right of everybody that is standing trial to be comfortable with the trial court or judge.
All right.
But if in the course of this trial you discover that you may not get fair hearing from this judge or this court, you can ask for the judge to excuse herself or himself from the matter.
But what Justice John Tosho is saying is that there have been 2 other judges that have recused themselves from this case. The second thing he said is that the case has lingered for so long, since 2015. Now, what a lot of critical logical thinkers will be like, if this case has lingered for so long, is it Nnamdi Kanu's fault that the case has lingered for this long? So what exactly is wrong that they've not been able to surmise and conclude his case?
It is very obvious. It's like the federal government is shopping for evidence against Nnamdi Kanu.
They're shopping for evidence since 2015?
Yes.
You want to tell me that you detain somebody, you incarcerate somebody, and you don't have strong evidence to take that person to trial?
That is the modus operandi when you don't have a strong evidence against a suspect or a defendant.
Barrister Darlington, who was the first Attorney General of the Federation that took this case to the court? Was it not the former Minister of Justice, Malami?
Malami, of course, he was part of those who renditioned him from Kenya.
What were the strong points? What was the locus standi for his incarceration?
Good. It was because that rendition, the people that went for him in Kenya, they didn't even know the crime they have committed themselves. It was when the court now said that, look, you people committed offense against this young man. That what you did was an international crime against him. And that we don't even have a law to try Nnamdi Kanu for what you are saying.
Okay.
And it was when the court now, because jurisdiction is very important when you are going for this type of trial.
Exactly.
When they now realize that the offense you have charged this man for was committed in London. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they now realize that if they move on with this case, they cannot succeed. So they remove London. If you have not removed London, so what are you now going to try Nnamdi Kanu for? Esther, that is the crux of the matter. Except they can be able to resolve that jurisdiction. They cannot, they can't get Nnamdi Kanu anywhere. And so when the court now explained this to the prosecutors, they became now ashamed. They don't know whether to return Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya or to free him or to continue with the case. That is the quagmire they are in, because it was the court that told them this. So based on that fact now, the federal government are looking for any other thing. Maybe they are looking for Nnamdi Kanu to commit one thing in prison or the other. They will now say, okay, since you were in prison, look at what you have done in prison. That is the reason why this detention has prolonged for this long. And the other 2 judges that exclude themselves from this, did you see the reason why Nnamdi Kanu gave? That they are biased. And it's because these judges knew. That was why they excused themselves. So if Justice Tosho is now saying that Nnamdi Kanu should not write and give affidavit, and the other 2 judges that excused themselves, did he follow the same procedure?
Barrister Darlington, in 2022, Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned in 2021.
Yes.
In 2022, Nnamdi Kanu actually requested from the DSS for an oral testimony as to his deteriorating health condition.
Yes.
At that time, he was requesting to be taken out of the DSS custody to possibly Kirikiri or any other correctional center while his case continues in court. Now, the DSS rejected that particular request. The DSS rejected Nnamdi Kanu's request for oral evidence from the DSS.
Yes.
On several occasions, there have been impediments as to how this case can continue. The first one being the fact that they have alluded that he was the one responsible for the conflict in the southeast. Thereby, it was important for them to continue to his detainment to curtail the upheaval in the southeast. But as it stands now, the fact fact that he is still incarcerated, it has not ameliorated the security challenges in the southeast. If that is the case, why have they not accelerated his hearing since 2015? Now, Justice John Soho Tosho is saying now that possibly because it has taken too long, that Binta Nyako is in the best position to handle it. When this case got to the Supreme Court, why was it taken back to the Federal High Court? Why did the court eventually ask the Attorney General of the Federation to refile, that it didn't go about it in the first instance? So whose fault is it that it has lingered for this long?
It is the fault of the federal government. I told you here that shopping for evidence against Nnamdi Kanu. All these things that they are saying up and down, it is not strong enough to convict Nnamdi Kanu. It's not possible. Even the Supreme Court was against how they now, withdrew Nnamdi Kanu's bail. The Supreme Court said that it was wrong for them to have withdrawn his bail after hearing all the argument on both sides. And that was why the Supreme Court said they should go back, and that Nnamdi Kanu should even sue the federal government. He should institute a civil suit against the federal government. All this is in public domain.
The last time Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court, he categorically stated that no court in Nigeria can try him.
Of course.
Under what premise was he making that pronouncement?
Because the particular evidence which they have brought against Nnamdi Kanu about jurisdiction has been nullified. That was why they withdrew it in their charge. Because for you to say that where did he commit this offense? That is very important in this type of trial. You cannot say that somebody where did you steal this property? It's a criminal charge. I hope you know. You cannot say that where did you commit this offense? It is very important. If you cannot identify where the offense was committed, then what are you doing? What are you trying? That is the problem here. The federal government know that no matter how they detain Nnamdi Kanu, they cannot wriggle out of that. And they do not come and say, okay, Nnamdi Kanu, go home, just like they did for Showore. They can't do that. After they have messed up everything, they are afraid that Nnamdi Kanu may institute a case against them for renditioning him from Kenya. Are you getting it now? These are the quagmire the federal government are in now. And that is why they are finding it difficult to even look. All this thing about Nnamdi Kanu is looking for a judge or not that. My dear, it is not necessary. I have a president here. Tompolo, government Tompolo.
Exactly.
Was tried in absentia and sentenced. He didn't appear in court for 1 day.
And nothing happened.
I'm telling you, the federal government tried him in absentia and he was sentenced. Unfortunately, that same man is doing contract for the federal government today. Esther, how do you justify all this thing for God's sake? How do you? I'm talking of those who have held arms against the federal government. Arms.
Serious arms.
So,
we even have persons who are like non-state actors. We have Asari Dukubo telling us he has men, he has RPGs. He said it openly via his social media account, and nobody has called him to question. Nobody has asked where his facility is, where he's storing those RPGs.
The one I discussed yesterday on my program was this one about terrorists who were rehabilitated into our military, running away with the gun they gave them a motorcycle. Esther, can you define this in any form or shape? That they told us yesterday that they have sworn with the Quran, they have been de-radicalized, they are that, they are this, they are born again.
Now they've reintegrated them.
Yes, they ran away with the guns, Esther, guns purchased with our taxpayers' money and motorcycle. What was their reason? They said what they told them before they joined them is not what they are hearing. So what was the promise made to them? I'm talking of terrorists. Terrorists.
So, Barrister Darlington, in this particular matter now, since Justice John Soho has, asked that Justice Binta Nyako comes back to that particular case, what if she declines to come back? What then happens?
The choice is hers.
The choice is hers?
Yes.
In this particular instance, initially she was not the one who asked to recuse herself. It was Nnamdi Kanu who boldly stated in the court that he doesn't trust her judgment, right? Now, and of course, he ruled out certain factors as to why he doesn't trust her presiding over his case. And she said, if that is what you want, I would step down. But do you think that she's going to obey this Chief Judge of the Federal High Court order to return to Nnamdi Kanu's case?
In fact, Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers, they already have something to hold on to.
And what is that?
Good. This particular judge initially suggested that they should go and seek for political solution to this problem.
Yes.
For a judge to say that, it means that she had looked at this case and see that it's not going anywhere. That is the first thing everybody should know. If she know that this matter, that is a strong evidence against Nnamdi Kanu, she wouldn't have made that suggestion.
Okay, Barrister.
Now, listen.
Okay.
Now, before this time, a certain Amadi
Yes.
was on air, I mean everywhere, on social media. He revealed that this same judge told him that this
Sam
matter,
Amadi,
that this matter is not going anywhere because the federal government cannot succeed in their charge against Nnamdi Kanu. Up till now, nobody has come to say it's a lie. Up till now. So on what basis will this judge continue? Already there is this moral burden now on her. Yes. There's nothing she will do about that case after all this evidence. I'm telling you, there's nothing she will do about this matter. After this one, there is nothing.
Barrister Darlington, let me bring your mind back. You will recall that when the same judge had requested that Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government or the Attorney General of the Federation try to come through what you call a truce, a political truce. I remember at the time, the rancor was the fact that Nnamdi Kanu never said that he wants to have a possible conversation or negotiation with the federal government. Do you think that maybe his legal team did not approach the Attorney General of the Federation? Because I remember that time, what was in the news was Nnamdi Kanu can never go and meet the federal government because he has done nothing wrong or whatever. Is it about pride now or ego? Because if his team did not reach out to the Attorney General of the Federation, or possibly his team is waiting for the Attorney General of the Federation to reach out to him and that did not happen, is this why we're seeing this case being prolonged?
No, don't look for something that is not missing.
Okay.
The Kanu's team, legal team, they have approached the Attorney General.
Okay.
We also it. Ejimakor compiled all the judgment in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, 9 of them, and he had taken it to the man. Even some lawmakers headed by Abaribe,
yes,
they have gone to meet the Attorney General, and the man promised them that they will look into it. Okay. And that was after that suggestion by the judge.
Yes.
So what else are they delaying? Okay, did they offer Nnamdi Kanu anything and he said no, I don't want?
Maybe there are some. Do you think there are some conditions that he doesn't want to abide by in the conversation they're having?
Please, I told you, don't look for something that's not missing. We have not had anything from the federal government that Nnamdi Kanu refused, or anything that was suggested to Igbo people and the Igbo elder, and they said no, we don't want this. Nothing was faced from the federal government. When Showere was released, was there any condition? They just entered the knowledge prosecute, and the man was let off the hook, discharged and acquitted. So what is delaying Nnamdi Kanu's case? Since you know you cannot win this case against him, why are you delaying the matter?
That's a very big question.
Yes.
What exactly is delaying this case?
I'm telling you.
Why the back and forth?
Yes.
Why the back and forth? If they have evidences against him, why don't you present it and accelerate the trial?
What are you telling me? We have even have 2 other cases. Dasuki, until today.
Sambo Dasuki.
Did you see him in court? Until they asked him to go.
Exactly.
Al Mustafa.
Darius Ishaku too.
One of them. They have been let go. So what is delaying Nnamdi Kanu's case? So anybody who is telling you that Nnamdi Kanu refused is a lie. We have not had anything from the federal government.
All right, Barrister.
They believe that when they break Nnamdi Kanu's spirit in detention, maybe he will now do one thing or the other. They will now hold something against him. They are working towards an answer. They are working because everybody have told them release this man before the inevitable happens. Because if something happens to this man, please, how will the federal government defend it? Remember that the United Nations have written concerning Nnamdi Kanu in this matter. United Nations
on several occasions.
Yes, US and UK have waded into this matter, yet they remain adamant. What do you think is going on here? If there is a strong, nobody will even intervene in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Nobody will support a terrorist anywhere in the world. But look at how they are pampering those in the north. Esther, just imagine. The whole world is watching what is going on.
So you're saying that there is a geographical preference in this case?
Is it not obvious? Is it not obvious? What else are we talking about here? All these things that they are throwing up, all these legal shenanigans, it will not help this case. It will not. They believe that when they keep it Nnamdi Kanu, maybe the agitation will stop. Esther, has it stopped?
No.
Has it stopped?
No.
That will tell you that there is 1,001 Nnamdi Kanu waiting to take over from him. And it may not be as quiet as it is now.
Keep on fighting, yeah, ooh. Stop. Keep on fighting.
Get ready, good people of Biafra and lovers of freedom all over the world, for this invitation announcement as we approach the December Biafran historical event in Finland 2024. The Biafran Redeclaration Sponsorship Committee and its members are inviting all Biafrans and friends for a mega fundraising this Sunday, October 20th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Biafran time. Always remember that the enemies understand what is coming and the weight of our resolve. So, the harder we push and support financially, the more the enemies tremble. The closer we get to the promised land, the tougher we expect it to be. Together we shall win, and the sun must surely rise this year. Biafran Fest, Biafran Exodus, and Biafran Republic Government in Exile. Airborne.
Shout out to them soldiers, where they find them, where they fight us. Stand strong and courageous, cause if you leave them, they will cage us. Shout out to them soldiers, where they find them, where they find us. Stand strong and courageous, cause if you leave them, they will cage us. Brother, it's a matter of time, truth to prevail, all your agenda. Keep on fighting, yeah, ooh. A referendum is a right, yo.
Bergi USA is welcoming our Obataobi, His Excellency Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ikpa to United States USA for a town hall meeting, and Bergi, Texas will be presenting the Kola Nut, Iwa Oji. Therefore we are inviting wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafrans, well-wishers and all lovers of freedom to this great event.
We are going home.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what you think about the video I just played, go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move airborne.